But also, this new album, you're not putting it on Spotify. And I think that so many people who don't make music or don't know people who make music don't understand why Spotify sucks so much for musicians.
Uh,
So I don't know if you want to rant against Spotify a little bit here, but I'm going to give you the floor for that.
well, I will take that floor and I'll tell you that yeah, it's. I mean, I don't mean to. I'm trying not to be a hypocrite in my life, and it is Spotify does have my previous records, and there is a chance that we're gonna put that one too. I just made a public post on my page recently, a few weeks ago, urging people to use Bandcamp rather than Spotify because I explained to them like what Spotify does and how I got like $9 for some thousand streams, and they said congratulations, keep up the good work, and I was like seriously, and
Yeah.
and then like Bandcamp, I start that thing because we may be totally independent with my team, but we were behind on some aspects, and I only now got into using Bandcamp, and I have to say those dudes won me over. That's like I did my first pre-order. Like I never did that for any record in the past because I was like, okay, this is foolish. Just put the record out, make the CD, have it online, and people who want to buy it, they're gonna buy it, they're gonna order it. Uh, it was also there were still disc stores back then, so we weren't completely shut down. There were concerts, people were buying the CDs in the concerts, but now we don't have that. So I was like, guys, and girls and people of any age, gender, nationality following this thing and enjoying this thing. If you want more of it, we gotta find a way to make it to preserve it
Yeah.
because Spotify does not do that. It does not do it for me. It does not do it for anyone. Even if you're the biggest superstar, the money you're getting from Spotify is funny compared to what you should be getting as a superstar
Yeah.
or as an indie star or as anything.
Yeah, I know for this podcast, so I'm relatively a small podcast. I mean, compared to like Joe Rogan, right? But like I'm still making $15 per thousand streams. Like and like it's almost absurd that I with this podcast am making like almost double what you are making per thousand streams. Like it doesn't make sense to me. It's not fair.
Mm.
Um and I think too, I don't know if you know this, but I know like some of the backstory of Spotify is that when they were originally negotiating streaming rates here in the States, they wanted to offer a higher rate, and all the label companies said, no, actually pay our artist a lower rate and give us shares of Spotify instead. So, like, these record companies all got richer because they own more Spotify company by not giving their artists as much money per stream. And it's like had ripple effects throughout the globe because I'm sure like the rates everywhere else are lower than in the States, and it's crazy. It's but I mean it is great for the consumer, right? It is great for me to go on. I can download music if I pay. I can
Yeah.
listen to anything anywhere. The quality's good. So it's hard. It's a hard mix.
Well,
And I f-
that's exactly the trap. That it's the perfect thing for the listeners, for the
yeah.
audience. Like I've heard some arguments about that. Like I don't meet too many people anymore, but I do meet some people,
Yeah.
and sometimes like it comes naturally. Like at some point somebody's playing music through Spotify, and I'm like, oh. Why do you have to use Spotify? And they don't understand. Like they're like, it's so useful. It's amazing. Like and like yeah, of course it is amazing for you. And I cannot blame them. I don't get angry at people who do not realize how this is bad
Yeah.
because the audience as an audience never had to care about how we make our money because they just consume music because this is the product, and whether or not they actually respect the music, it doesn't make any difference. They get it because they want it. They do it for them. So obviously they're gonna go for the thing that treats them like a bit better than the other ones. Like in Bandcamp, there's almost a limit. If you want to, you can have a limit of how many plays one can have until they have to pay for it. And so they're like, no, I'll go to Spotify. I can use it even for free. I'll just have to tolerate some commercials, and they are tolerating the commercials and just using it for free. Others pay, others download. It's a new thing. It's a new age. It's a new medium. It's a new everything. So I don't know what the solution is, because all the mainstream companies, as you said, yes, I guess they said fuck the artists, just give us more share of the revenue. And either way, they're mainstream. They make money one way or another. They pay scraps compared to what they get to their mainstream artists, but even that's a lot because they target more people. The problem is the more independent scene worldwide,
Yeah.
because like a mainstream artist is gonna get like millions, maybe even billions of streams, and that's just the work of marketing. And most of them are not even gonna be truly organic. Like getting streams through a playlist, like some nameless song on some playlist just getting listened by people because your song is somewhat catchy. That's not actually listening. Well,
Right. Right.
if you have, usually in the independent scene, you have less fans, but they're actually listening. At least most of them are. So
Right.
naturally we get fewer streams, and they should be they should be rewarded, because this is still the product that they're consuming, even if they are truer fans.